Way Pendulum by N.F.Simpson. Please take the oath, Mr. Groom Kirby.
I swear by J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You understand that you are now on oath?
I do, my lord.
You understand what being on oath means?
I do, my lord.
It means that you have undertaken, in your case, in the sight of J.K. Rowling, to give honest answers, as honest and truthful as you can make them, in reply to questions which are now going to be put to you.
I do, my lord.
You intend, therefore, to be bound by this oath?
No, my lord.
You mean, in other words, that you intend to lie to the court?
I do, my lord.
A frank and honest reply, my lord. The witness says she is lying, but I have every reason to believe that in saying this she is lying, and that she is in fact telling the truth. This is clearly a witness of candid integrity.
Indeed, indeed. Prosecutor, you may proceed. Are you Mabel Rudge Groom Kirby?
That's right, sir.
Miss Groom Kirby, I want you to cast your mind back to the summer of last year, to the 23rd of August. Do you happen to remember what you were doing on that day?
Yes, sir. I was in Manchester.
What happened in Manchester on that day to cause you to remember it so clearly?
I interviewed someone about a life insurance. A woman by the name of Myra Gantry.
I see. And this interview, you say, took place in Manchester on the 23rd of August last year?
Yes, sir. It was a Tuesday.
I see. Would you agree, Miss Groom Kirby, that there were at the time possibly several thousand other inhabitants of Manchester equally eligible for interview on the subject of life insurance?
Yes, I suppose that would be true.
But out of several thousand eligible people, the one person to be interviewed that afternoon happened, by a curious coincidence no doubt, to have been this woman, Myra Gantry.
I hadn't really thought of it as a coincidence.
Would you agree, Miss Groom Kirby, that something like 50 million people could, if the need had arisen, have gone to Manchester and interviewed this woman Gantry that afternoon?
Yes, sir. Something like 50 million, sir.
The chances were, in fact, almost 50 million to 1, against it being you who did so.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Let us go on, Miss Groom Kirby. In order to be in Manchester on that rather vital 23rd of August, there must have been quite a number of places from which you absented yourself.
Yes, that would be so, sir.
You were not, for instance, in London,
No, sir.
or Paris,
No, sir.
or Rome.
No, I wasn't there, sir.
You were not, I imagine, in Reykjavik either.
I couldn't say for sure where that is, sir.
Yet you absented yourself from it,
As far as I know, I did, sir.
and from Kostroma,
I suppose I must have done.
and from Chengdu, and Farafangana, and Pocatello.
I'm afraid I was never much good at geography, sir.
Not much good at geography, Miss Groom Kirby. Yet you want the court to believe that in order to be present in Manchester, you absented yourself from a whole host of places which only an expert geographer could possibly be expected to have heard of.
That's where I thought I was.
You see, Miss Scroomkirby, this statement seems to be based upon a whole chain of these, to say the least of it, extraordinary coincidences. Coincidence after coincidence.
If you say so, sir.
Where were you, Miss Scroomkirby, before you came here today?
I was living in a world of my own, sir.
A world of your own. And where would this world be in relation to, say, Manchester?
No, quite some way away.
So your presence there, in this world of your own, involves you in travelling some distance?
Quite some distance.
Do you enjoy travelling, Miss Scroomkirby?
Not at all. On the contrary.
You mean you actively dislike it?
I actively dislike it.
I see. You actively dislike travelling, and yet you made the lengthy journey to Manchester.
I was a masochist at the time, my lord.
What? A masochist, my lord. A term employed in certain circumstances to denote an addiction to pain as a source of pleasure. Pain? Pleasure? I see. Go on. You say you were a masochist, Miss Scroomkirby. Are you a masochist now?
No, sir.
When did you cease your masochism?
A month or two ago, sir.
And what made you give it up?
It was taking up too much of my time,
Too
sir.
much of your time. And how long had you been a masochist when you suddenly decided to give it up?
3 or 4 years.
What was it that made you take it up in the first place?
I was at a loose end at the time, sir.
At a loose end? Would you tell the court, in your own words, how loose this end was?
It was very loose.
Very loose. That tells us very little.
It was practically hanging off.
And this is the end you say you were at. This loose end that, in your own words, was practically hanging off.
Yes, it was about to come off. That's what made me take up masochism.
I see. The facts are beginning to emerge. You took up masochism when you saw your loose end coming off, and you remained loyal to your masochism just so long as it suited you. The moment your masochism was no longer useful to you, you abandoned it without the slightest compunction. You showed no remorse. Indeed, I can find no excuse for behaviour of this kind. This court would be failing in its duty if it were unable to deal with a case such as this.
With very great respect, my lord.
And I should be failing in my duty if I were to allow a woman of the kind you have shown yourself to be to go free.
My lord, the accused.
You will be remanded in custody while arrangements are being made to have you sent you back to the world you have come from.
My lord, the accused.
And claim to have been living in, where your activities will be of no concern to anyone but yourself.
My lord, with great respect, the accused will be here at any moment.
The jury will now retire to decide on an appropriate sentence, which I hope will deter you from similar behaviour in the future. Good day.
My lord, Miss Groom Kirby is not the accused.
Not the accused? Who is she then? She?
She's a witness, my lord.
A witness? Why didn't you say so, Miss Groom Kirby? Where is the accused?
She will be here at any moment.
Is she in the court?
She's in the dock, my lord.
I see no dock.
The dock has not yet arrived, my lord. It is on its way, my lord.
With the accused in it?
Yes, my lord. There have been certain delays, my lord.
Traffic, I suppose. He should be here. I have already disorganized my personal arrangements in order to accommodate the court by being present, and I do not propose to put myself to further inconvenience by having this case running over time. I am a very busy man. Good day. Court dismissed.